I remember a night when anxiety almost broke me. It was the eve of my first big presentation, 2 a.m., and I was wide awake, heart pounding, mind racing with every worst-case scenario I couldn't shut off. My palms were sweaty as if I were already on stage, the fear of failure gripping my chest. I wanted to run, to quit, to avoid the whole thing. In that dark moment, I was convinced that this crushing anxiety meant I wasn't cut out for success. But here's the twist. That night didn't end in defeat. It became a turning point. I discovered that the very anxiety that threatened to break me could be harnessed and turned into fuel. What if I told you your anxiety isn't a weakness? What if it's actually strength in disguise? Raw energy and heightened sensitivity just waiting for direction. Anxiety means your mind is sensing more, feeling more, almost like a high-powered engine revving inside you. You feel so much because you care so much. That's not weakness, that's power. Many great athletes, speakers, and artists feel anxiety before big moments too. The difference is, they don't see it as weakness, they call it excitement and use it. And you can flip that script too. Instead of thinking I'm nervous, tell yourself, I'm ready. My body is gearing up for greatness. Suddenly, that fear becomes excitement. Your anxiety is rooted in your passion and drive to push beyond your comfort zone. It's not a curse. It's a signal that you're on the brink of something that matters. Your brain's high gear mode. Here's what's happening when you feel anxious. Your brain detects a challenge and hits the gas. Your body's fight or flight response kicks in, flooding you with adrenaline. Your heart pounds faster, pumping blood to your muscles. Your breathing quickens and your senses sharpen. In essence, anxiety is your brain shifting into high gear, preparing you to face a threat. In a true life or death scenario, this state is a superpower. It could help you run faster or fight harder. But when there's no tiger to fight and no real emergency, that energy has nowhere to go. The engine revs in neutral. Misdirected, it spirals into overwhelming fear and panic. In fact, the physical symptoms of anxiety, the racing heart, the butterflies, are almost the same as excitement. Both are high-energy states. The only difference is how you interpret them. Studies show that reinterpreting those jitters as excitement boosts performance. Simply saying, I'm excited, can shift you from dread to anticipation. In other words, your brain's engine isn't the enemy, you just need to learn to steer it. Tools to harness your anxiety. Raw energy is useless without control. It's time to grab the steering wheel and direct that power. Here are 3 tools to transform anxious energy into your superpower. Breath control. Your breath is your anchor when anxiety storms hit. When panic makes your breathing shallow and rapid, take control, slow it down. Breathe deep into your belly until your racing heart starts to steady. Deep breathing triggers your body's relaxation response, countering the adrenaline rush. Each slow breath tells your brain, I am safe. Instead of your breath fueling panic, it now fuels calm. With each controlled breath, you're not just coping, you're commanding your body, bringing that wild engine down to a steady hum. Name the fear. The next tool is simple but powerful. Call out your anxiety by name. When a wave of fear hits, identify it. Say, I'm feeling anxious about this. Putting feelings into words actually lowers their intensity. Psychiatrists call this name it to tame it. By naming what you feel, you take away some of its power. When you name your fear, you shine a light on it. It stops being an unidentifiable monster and becomes something specific you can face. The moment you acknowledge it, the fear shrinks. You're no longer running from a shadow. You're confronting it head on. No longer at anxiety's mercy. You're now in control. Structured planning. Anxiety hates inaction, so give that nervous energy a purpose. If you're anxious about something coming up, channel it into preparation. Worried about an exam? Use that adrenaline to study an extra hour and make a solid review plan. Nervous about a big project at work? Break it down into a checklist of tasks. When you make a plan, you convert anxious what-ifs into concrete steps and regain control. Having structure in your day actually reduces stress by removing uncertainty. Instead of spinning in worry, you're now taking action. The result? Excess energy turns into focus. Worry turns into readiness. When anxiety knows you have a plan, it backs off. because now you are in the driver's seat. From fear to fuel. Picture yourself after using these tools, breathing steady, mind clear, plan in hand. What was once chaos is now clarity. You realize something amazing. That knot in your stomach was actually pointing you to what matters most. That surge in your veins was your body gearing up for success. Instead of "I'm terrified of what could go wrong," it becomes "I'm excited about what could go right." Instead of freezing or avoiding, you prepare and show up stronger. You've transformed worry into preparation and fear into focus. From now on, whenever anxiety hits, use it as a prompt. What is it telling me? Maybe it's telling you that the outcome truly matters to you, or reminding you to prepare. In this way, anxiety becomes a mentor rather than a tormentor. You harness that extra energy. Double-check your work. Practice one more time. Stay sharp. You become someone who doesn't shy away from stress, but leverages it. That's a superpower. Your sensitivity gives you insight. Your adrenaline gives you drive. You've turned what used to be an anchor weighing you down into a jetpack lifting you up. Reframe anxiety and take control. Now it's your turn. You hold the keys to the high-powered machine that is your mind. Will you let it careen out of control, or will you learn to steer it? The next time anxiety grips you, remember what it really is: energy. Remember that you have the tools to channel it. Take a deep breath. Name your fear. Make a plan. Talk to your anxiety. I see you, and I know you're trying to help. Then turn that alarm into awareness, and that nervousness into action. Every great hero and every successful person has felt that moment of fear. What sets them apart isn't the absence of anxiety, but the way they respond to it. They feel the same adrenaline, the same butterflies, but they use it to sharpen their focus and launch into action. You can do this too. You are not controlled by anxiety. You are in control. Promise yourself that the next time anxiety calls, you won't run or hide. You will listen, harness it, and ride that wave to your goals. This is your story, and it begins with choosing to see anxiety not as an enemy, but as a secret weapon. It's not anxiety, it's your brain's engine. Learn to drive it. What if anxiety isn't the enemy but your secret weapon? Click on this next video to uncover digital addiction is stealing your life.